Hey, this is Dave. This is Comic Books for the Win. We're in the beautiful Expert Comics, 8185 Newman in LaSalle. And we're with
Daniel Bernard.
Who is coming out with an amazing new Kickstarter project called The Chieftains. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Chieftains is the Book of Judges, the story of Deborah from the Book of Judges, more specifically, turned into a giant 24-issue, full-color comic book series epic. It really is more character-focused. I take the mythology of it and I kind of stretch out a very small story into a character drama, political character drama.
Why did you come across to sort of want to tell this story specifically?
I used to teach in university. I used to teach Hebrew Bible. So while I was teaching that, and noticing the reaction that got, I thought, this would make great, comic book genre type fiction. It's really built for that. And so what I tried to do is kind of just do, the Pomo version of the fantasy genre, which is happening a lot nowadays, kind of take a George R.R. Martin spin on a biblical story.
So the Kickstarter campaign, you're beginning with the first four issues? Like that's basically what the Kickstarter campaign is all about? Can you maybe tell us a little bit about sort of...
Well, we're running until November 16th a Kickstarter campaign to get the first 4 issues, which I guess we could call the first volume of the Chieftains, distributed. So digitally, in print. So far it's going quite well. We're getting really generous pledges, and we're hoping that to get the run of the first 4 issues out just through Kickstarter.
Where will we be able to sort of get in touch with you to get these comics out? Or will it be there?
Once they're out, which we're hoping to start getting them out in April 2014. So once they're out, we're hoping to get them into major stores all over North America, including Expert Comics, but also digitally through Comixology and similar services, which are always amenable to original quality comic books.
So you said you were into comic books when you were younger. What sort of comics did you used to read? What kind of...
I wasn't that eclectic. I was a kid when I was reading. I was the comic book age when I was reading comic books, and so I started obviously number one with Superman. I think like everyone starts with Superman. Spider-Man, Batman, X-Men, the basics. I came in at the Todd McFarlane, Jim Lee era Marvel.
That's a good era.
Yeah. So I think it really was a formative experience that if I had been brought. I love Kirby and I love all those old guys, but they didn't speak to me in the way that the kind of newer, more dynamic style did.
How did you sort of meet Louisa and sort of get in contact with her?
Well, I wish there was an interesting story, but she's like I said, a professional illustrator. She had a freelance ad up offering her services. People who like commissions of the picture themselves with the doctor or whatever, right? So that's the kind of ad she had up, but she actually is a professional comic book artist full time. So originally I had just hired her to kind of do some character designs and that type of thing, but she understood the characters so well with such minimal direction that I could tell that I could trust her with pages and with issues already. And so essentially she lives in Italy, I live in Canada. We Skype, we send each other pages. I send her written stuff, she sends me back pencils, I send her back notes, she sends me back inks and so forth. And it's very collaborative even though we're thousands of miles away.
The miracles of modern technology.
Yeah. She actually has a brand new book that came out in Europe called En Vol, of a bande dessinée, a classic French comic. And that's what she has a great style because she really fuses that European storytelling style with the American.
Very cool, very cool. So thanks for coming and talking to us. This is Comics for the Win. You can catch us anytime, every Friday.